2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our featured group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. What a gorgeous day as this event kicks off our featured group. Well, we've got two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No. If Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish bull.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. Good-looking shot, this. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first, great job.
He's currently tied for fourth. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Oh, that was pure. Well, after hopefully a couple of sound shots, Rich, these players have just a short wedge into this par 5 second.
The green sits above the player ever so slightly, which makes this third shot a little more difficult. But let's face it, it's a short shot with a short club. A birdie can be expected.
This one is right down the pipe. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Well hold. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently in 4th place.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot. What touch? Made it.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
So after that hole, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Just hammered that through the line. A par putt awaits. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Currently 2 under for the event. The fourth is one of the stronger par fours at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par four.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Sitting at 3 under par. Currently tied for second. Oh, gee, you don't see that very often. Superb shot. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
This has eyes for the hole. And they'll tap this in for birdie. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take him to 4 under. And now we have this player currently sharing top spot on the leaderboard with the legendary Tiger Woods.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, this should find the short grass. Lookout world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella, and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then didn't go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about, you know, Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game and continues to be and will forever be.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And after this hole, that's how it looks. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Now, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here, but TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on one or two holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Looks like they put a good pass on that one. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards. What a drive that was. F1, watch out. Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see. Jon Rahm, watch that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And that will take him to 8 under. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Oh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled. Eight under for the day. Outright first here. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Wow, what a shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Here's Jon Rahm.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. 7 feet to the cup.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead just ahead of Tiger Woods. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Around 110 yards to go. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
That was a beauty, right against the hole. Fairways and greens, easy game, isn't it?
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
Super shot, that. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. We'll reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
This shot from 120 yards. Currently leading by 3. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. Oh, almost went in. What a quality shot that was.
Amazing shot. Guaranteed birdie for this player.
Just a short putt remaining here. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. Let's catch up with John Rahm. Needs this one to kick right.
Yeah, the wind's really starting to blow, but that didn't faze them.
Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Thirteen's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Well played. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Hey, that's a chance. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at, their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Be the ball, Danny. No. And that will drop in for birdie. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155. Had a fantastic drive.
Going with the 7. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Oh my, right by the hole. Let's go to John Rahm.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This would be a great up and down. Didn't that look good for a long time? Let's get back to it, shall we? Always nice to have a birdie putt. This one started out on a good line. So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in second place.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Going with the 6-iron here.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. Putting for birdie. Oh, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Tee shot is looking good here.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Ooh, that almost went down. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead.
We'll now move over to John Rahm.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots.
Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Man, people usually don't go that far on vacation. What a drive.
And here we are with the third shot.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
Oh, come on. This would be a good one to hole because you'll take the title. Whew. Oh, what a shot. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well, that was a Texas-sized performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player is going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
And as we take a look at our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the magic from the course today.
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.